One of the things that I always find fascinating about construction is the level of risk that construction companies take. I think it's often underappreciated by those that are not in the industry. A small mistake could frankly cost you your business. I mean, recent articles talked about some major players posting huge quarterly loss, millions of dollars. And oftentimes, the theme of the article that I read talked about risk management. And risk management is kind of everything for a construction company. Some examples of breakdowns in risk management. We had a client not so long ago where they had a project with a hotel renovation, and they had a lot of change orders in that project. And part of the fee associated with those change orders had been agreed to be deferred to the end of the project. That's what they had negotiated. When it came to the end of the project, that fee was hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the owner was pretty upset that there was this fee. But fortunately, because they had actually documented everything properly, the builder was able to defend themselves and prove that this was rightfully earned revenue. And that's one of the things that we look at RedTeam is how do we help our contractors have that information at their fingertips without having to spend another 60, 50, 100 grand to actually rebuild that whole timeline of communication that happened. And that can be very, very tedious process, lengthy process, and you burn a ton of energy doing that. So when it comes to successful project management, one of the key elements that I always like to focus on is collaboration. At the end of the day, as a general contractor, the number one thing you need is making sure that all the members of the project collaborate effectively in order to deliver a successful project. But other elements also important is contract management. One of the elements at RedTeam that we focused on was building a very robust environment where the contracts are created so that as you go forward in the project, that information flows naturally throughout the entire project management process. Obviously, cash flow is critical. No contractor is successful if they don't manage their cash flow. But, when you think about it, number one still remains collaboration. When it comes to collaboration, what I look at is not just actually the event of sharing information, but the event also of capturing when was that information shared? Was it seen? Who said what when? So all that context is also really important. And to that end, we have delivered a collaborative console that allows you to actually capture all that information dynamically. So without actually doing anything, that information is captured as you actually invite people to collaborate on a specific document. So let's go back a little bit to this collaboration conversation. The way I look at it, and the way we look at it at RedTeam, is this. You've got your general contractor right here, and you've got your subcontractor right here. In most cases, the one actually building the project is the subcontractor. The one managing the construction of the project is the general contractor. And what you really want to achieve is make sure that the GC is able to share information to the subcontractor and have a level of certainty that they know what they need to know when they need to know it. Now, from the sub's perspective, what they need to know is that they can ask a question back to the GC, and they're confident that that question has been seen, has been received, is being handled. Right? Sometimes a simple question could mean tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you can be a great cash flow manager, but even if you do that very well and you don't collaborate very well, you could create much, much bigger problems down the road for yourself. One thing that we've done at RedTeam is build an environment to help continue to strengthen that collaborative effort. What we call that product is Team Player. Team Player is designed to help the subcontractor gain access to all the documentation that they're invited to collaborate on dynamically from their mobile device, from the web, and actually see all that documentation organized in a very clean way. There's actually no cost for the subcontractor to use the tool. And for the GC, what it gives them the ability to do is share documentation with a level of certainty that the sub has visibility to that documentation. Now, with Team Player, you're able to share RFIs, you're able to share contracts, you're able to share requests for quotes, and the subcontractor is able to actually submit their quotes electronically directly into the contractor's system. Now think about this. As a GC, you you're saying some requests for quotes out there, and you want to know, well, how many subs are interested, and they can tell you that. You want to know, did they view it? You want to know, did you actually send them out? I mean, we've seen it where a GC actually has all these requests for quotes ready, but it's not being sent, or it's not being validated as being sent and received into the mailbox. And then all of a sudden, they start to scramble to figure out, man, I don't have my quotes. So now I can't bid with any level of confidence on my project. So collaboration is critical at every single stage of the project. When it comes to team player, right now we're really excited about this product because it's going to transform the way GCs and subcontractors can collaborate in combination with RedTeam.